Have you always wondered how study abroad at Stanford compares to Harvard? Well, Harvard is the school that defined the idea of elite education, and Stanford reinvented it. While one built the systems the world still studies, the other is building the technologies the world now uses, and as a graduate international student, the difference matters more than you may realize. Welcome to Graduation Street. In this episode, we take a deep dive into a classic rivalry, Harvard versus Stanford, two of America's most elite colleges. We will break it all down, rankings, tuition, career prospects, and everything in between, one-on-one. Let's warm up with a few quick facts. Harvard is the oldest university in the United States, founded in 1636, and older than the country itself. Stanford is much younger, founded in 1885. It wasn't built to imitate Harvard but to compete with it, disrupt it, and in some fields, overtake it. Today, there are more than 22,000 students at Harvard. Stanford sits much less, around 17,000. Both universities are global hubs, with Harvard's international student enrollment standing at 26%, only slightly ahead of Stanford at 24%, and both lean graduate-heavy, with Harvard's 66% graduate enrollment beating Stanford's 56%. Ethnic diversity reflects their coastal differences. Harvard is more ethnically white at 32%, with 9% black and 24% Asian. Stanford is only 24% white, while 27% are Asian, and 8% black. Both schools promise an intimate academic experience. Around 74% of Harvard classes have fewer than 20 students, but Stanford is close at 70%. Harvard is in Cambridge, Massachusetts, a historic and urban college town just across the Charles River from Boston. It has two other campuses in Boston. The Cambridge area is home to dozens of top-tier universities, including MIT and Boston University. Stanford sits in Palo Alto, California, and the energy couldn't be more different. It's in the heart of Silicon Valley, around 35 miles south of San Francisco and 20 miles north of San Jose. The three Harvard campuses sit on a total land area of more than 5,000 acres. The weather includes cold and snowy winters. The Stanford campus is the largest in the U.S., a sprawling 8,000-acre environment with warm, predictable, and outdoor-friendly weather all year round. Global rankings paint an interesting picture. Overall, Harvard dominates, consistently outranking Stanford in the Times and U.S. News global rankings. U.S. News places Harvard at number 1, with Stanford close behind at number 3. Stanford, however, prevails in the QS World Rankings, sitting at number 3, while Harvard is 5th. Harvard owns academic prestige, often placed number 1 globally. Program-wise, QS ranks Harvard number 1 globally in law and legal studies, in accounting and finance, in business and management studies, and in life sciences and medicine. Stanford leads in computer science and information systems, ranked 2nd globally while Harvard is 7th. Stanford also dominates in engineering and technology, taking 3rd position, with Harvard 9th. When you look beneath the headline rankings, this rivalry is defined by specific powerhouse departments. Harvard Law School is unmatched in constitutional law and human rights. Its LLM program pulls mid-career lawyers from more than 70 countries. The Kennedy School's Masters in Public Policy and Public Administration programs dominate public policy rankings. Harvard Medical School's MD-PhD track is one of the strongest biomedical pipelines in the world, and Harvard Business School shapes global management education through its case method system, relentless, fast, performance-driven. Stanford's strength leans differently. The School of Engineering is the university's gravitational center, driven by computer science, electrical engineering, and bioengineering. The Stanford Graduate School of Business isn't big, but its influence is. The MBA and MSX programs emphasize leadership experiments, not classical management. And across campus, the Stanford AI Lab, HAI Institute, and Biomedical Data Science program anchor the university's dominance in machine learning, health data modeling, and computational discovery. And so, the Harvard name carries a weight of prestige that goes beyond any single industry. But if tech, data science, or innovation are your lanes, Stanford is unmatched. Admissions at both universities are hyper-competitive, but the pain varies by program. Harvard's MBA program has an acceptance rate of just 11.2%, while Stanford's MBA is notoriously exclusive, taking a mere 6.8%, the lowest acceptance rate of any major MBA in the world. The acceptance rate for Harvard's law school is 11%, more generous than Stanford's 8.9%. The School of Engineering at Harvard accepts only 6.6%, with Stanford's School of Engineering being more generous at 9.5%. Let's talk money now. Harvard's MBA program sets you back by around $78,000, slightly less than Stanford's $82,000. You will shell out more at Harvard Law School, $80,000, compared to Stanford Law School, which charges $76,000. The School of Engineering at Harvard will cost you $57,000, a bargain when compared to Stanford's $65,000. But here's the twist. Both schools aggressively fund strong candidates. Business school students at Harvard receive a $46,000 need-based scholarship, and the university also offers opportunities with its Horace Goldsmith Fellowship and the Forward Fellowship. Stanford offers similar support in the form of a $50,000 need-based fellowship for all MBA program students, while its Knight Hennessy Scholarship is one of the most generous graduate awards on the planet, covering full costs plus extras. Both schools also offer graduate student assistantships for both teaching and research. These are options that can cut down your tuition bill while giving you valuable academic experience. Food and housing will cost you a similar amount at the two universities, around $21,000. At Harvard, graduate students are not on the universal meal plan. Most either cook at home or grab meals on campus or around Harvard Square. At Stanford, graduate students can opt into flexible dining plans, or pay as they go at any of the numerous campus spots. Stanford offers guaranteed housing for its graduate students. Unlike Harvard, Stanford's student accommodation facilities are largely concentrated on campus with excellent family housing options. The facilities are modern and offer many options that are generally more affordable than the market. With Harvard, you may need to commute as university facilities are scattered all over Cambridge and Boston. Family housing options are also available at Harvard, but they are very competitive and dated and will be generally pricey. Stanford therefore wins on convenience and cost for most international students, particularly those coming with families. But with easy access to Boston, museums, hospitals, and research labs, Harvard has a powerful location, even if housing is less convenient. Harvard and Stanford are often treated as interchangeable symbols of elite education, but their campus lives feel fundamentally different and flawed in distinct ways. Harvard carries an unmistakable academic weight. Buildings echo history, traditions are centuries old, and the energy is structured, focused, and disciplined. The campus is elegant, historic, and timeless, with brick buildings, columned entrances, and tree-lined courtyards. Classes tend to be more traditional, discussion-heavy, and rooted in theory. Students, however, frequently describe an environment where prestige outweighs comfort, and day-to-day experience feels surprisingly harsh for an institution of its stature. They often complain about aging dorms, high housing costs, lackluster dining, and even persistent problems with rats. Socially, Harvard can feel rigid and exclusionary, with final clubs and informal power networks reinforcing class, legacy, and racial divides. While the university offers extraordinary long-term advantages, from alumni access to global name recognition, many students report that the real value of Harvard lies in what it unlocks after graduation, not in the year or four spent on campus. Stanford, by contrast, is energy, and the pace is faster and the culture lighter and more collaborative. Classes tend to lean practical and collaborative, ideas move quickly, and research turns into startups really fast. The architecture is Spanish colonial style, with red tile roofs, arched walkways, and palm-lined boulevards. The main quad and Hoover Tower are stunning. You'll want to take photos every day. While the environment here feels younger, cleaner, and more comfortable, it's also more controlled. The campus is safe, expansive, and visually stunning, yet students often describe a social life shaped by administrative oversight rather than student spontaneity. Weekend life revolves heavily around frat parties that are repetitive and impersonal, largely because Palo Alto offers few affordable or accessible alternatives. The extreme cost of living keeps most students on campus, placing daily life under centralized residential control that many students feel prioritizes efficiency over vibrancy. Still, Stanford's proximity to Silicon Valley gives the campus a powerful forward-looking energy, especially for students in STEM and entrepreneurship. Both universities have a rich athletics tradition, but with different vibes. Harvard's sports facilities are high quality and historic, but not ultra-modern, while Stanford's are next level, with arguably the best collegiate sports infrastructure in the US, and possibly the world. A degree from Harvard or Stanford is a golden ticket, but they open slightly different doors that can shape your entire career. Harvard channels talent toward the traditional power lanes of consulting, finance, government, and international development. Its alumni footprint is very strong in global capitals and institutional leadership. Stanford's network is deeply woven into Silicon Valley, and graduates funnel into AI labs, robotics groups, startups, and venture capital. Its proximity to the tech ecosystem accelerates access in ways few other universities can match. It has valuable links to tech companies like Google, Apple, and Tesla. So while Harvard gives you access to traditional global leadership roles, Stanford lets you build or join the next unicorn. Employment outcomes remain elite, and both universities place graduates quickly. Around 96% of Harvard graduates receive job offers within 3 months, besting Stanford's 93%. But Stanford edges out Harvard on median graduate earnings, with Stanford alumni reporting a median salary of about $102,000 compared to $99,000 for Harvard graduates. The MBA median base salary for both universities is $175,000. Now for something weird. Traditions at the two schools offer a glimpse into campus culture, and the contrast is clear. At Harvard, when finals week pressure boils over, students participate in a rather bizarre event called the Primal Scream. It's a midnight tradition where hundreds strip naked and sprint across the yard, screaming at the top of their lungs. Stanford has its own no less weird tradition called Full Moon on the Quad. It involves students gathering in the main quad under the full moon to engage in consensual, no-strings-attached kissing. Yes, kissing. It's iconic and uniquely Stanford. Both Harvard and Stanford are more than just universities. They are ecosystems for elite talent and global leadership. A Harvard degree is arguably the most powerful generalist brand in the world. Stanford is unmatched if your interest is in technology and entrepreneurship. Which university excites you most? And why? Tell us in the comments below. And if Harvard and Stanford are not exactly your thing, check out our next face-off, Princeton versus UCLA. Thanks for watching Graduation Street.